Demo, I'm going to go ahead and show you what's new in Winter 15 for Meeting Mapper. We have some very exciting and new features and functions, ease of use. So we're very excited about it, and I'm going to go ahead and start. So what's new in Meeting Mapper? We have template-based meeting pages display features and functions of Meeting Mapper based on the template. And a template, as you know, can be based on a stage of an opportunity, on an object. For example, an account can be different than an opportunity or a case. Or you could use a deployment method like crawl, walk, run, so the sales teams are not getting overloaded with things to do in Meeting Mapper, and you add features as the deployment and the adoption takes off and accelerates. Configurable actionable intelligence, configure based on your sales or project methodology. So if you have a different project or sales methodology than what we do or what we stated in actionable intelligence already, you can change that to adapt to yours. Actionable intelligence is brought over from previous meetings. So what you gather in meeting 1 will carry over into meeting 2, and in meeting 3 it'll carry over from meeting 1 and 2, so it's just progressive. So you get a lot of good data and you have to re-enter data. Review previous meeting notes in the current meeting. So if you're in a meeting, say what we talked about last time, you can look at that right in the meeting notes. New meeting invite, select individuals and attach documents. Very easy. You can send it one individual or everybody. So it's kind of made it more granular in how you do the meeting invites. And update related fields for an object in the meeting page. For example, opportunity, you can update the stage, whatever you want to update in the meeting, so you don't have to go back into the opportunity page and update it. You can do it in the meeting while it's happening. And there's much more. So let's go ahead and start in on the demo. As you can see, I'm in Salesforce, and I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to start with templates because that's a very powerful feature of Meeting Mapper. So I'm going to go ahead and go on a template page. And templates, you can have as many as you want. They can be for a particular stage of an opportunity, for, like, again, the crawl, walk, run, where if you want to deploy Meeting Mapper in a very phased approach, not to overwhelm your sales team, where they say there's just a lot to do, and you can add in features as you go along. So I'm going to go into templates, and you can see I have a few already, and I'm going to go ahead and look at this value prop template. You can see that we still have the goal, the internal notes, and the objectives right here. But now we also have the buttons that you want to display on the meeting page or feature functions of Meeting Mapper. For example, in this template, I've got add attendee, actionable intelligence, the back button, export, notes, political map, related object settings. This is very powerful. Now I can update fields or settings or in sales in the Meeting Mapper, and will update the opportunity or the object that the meeting is linked to, an account, or for example, or whatever. Save and send invites. Now I can do meetings with this template, and if later on I want to add, for example, score the meeting, then all I would have to do is edit, select score, and then all the meetings going forward, the users would have to score the meeting based on the template. So it's very configurable. You can add or remove anytime to affect what the user does in the meeting. So I'm going to jump into an opportunity, and I'm going to go ahead in here and go into Meeting Mapper Fierce. So you can see right now I've got my meetings. I'm just going to go ahead and select the value prop 1 meeting that I've already done. And you can see that it has all the buttons that I want to display. A new feature also is now you can, the most recent sidebar, displayed in the meeting if you would like. So one of the things we talked about were the invites. So now I can send invites to individuals in the meeting or to everybody, but I can also now send a file with the invite. So if it's a RFP, RFI response, is it a PowerPoint? Is it maybe an agenda that you've created already? So I just have to go ahead and choose the file. It's going to look, and I can choose the file from wherever I want. And maybe I'll go in here and put this little manual here. See how big it is? And open it. And now I can send my invite. I'm going to go ahead and send it to myself. So again, it's going to send the invite out with the document with the invite, and it was successfully sent. So I'll wait until that shows up. The other thing we were talking about is the notes. So I can look at any previous notes from previous meetings right here. I can't really update them. I could, but why would I want to do that? I want to update in the current meeting notes. So I can look back and forth, both internal and public notes. Again, the actionable intelligence, as you can see, we have these fields or tabs that we have pre-configured, but I'll show you here in a second how you can go ahead and change these based on your methodology. The only one I don't recommend changing is the competitors, because we do feed the competitor section in the opportunity with what you put or select here. So I don't recommend changing that. The other is the related objects. So you can see right here, I've already got stage the opportunity, but if I want to add anything else that I want to update inside of this meeting, I can go ahead and do that. So maybe I want to put the next step, and I'll save it. So now what I can say is the next step might be a demo, and I can change it here to whatever I want. I'll go ahead and change it here back into maybe the proposal price quote. So I'm going to save this. Now if I go back into the opportunity, you're going to see that it updated this, and it updated also the additional information, next step, an in-depth demo. So again, the single input, multi-output of Meeting Mapper allows me to update everything in the opportunity, or almost everything. One other thing that's kind of interesting now with the with Meeting Mapper is I can go ahead and I can choose as a user if I want to customize the export section color, the agenda color, or the font size. I can do that for this particular meeting, and we also have a global setting that will override this for Meeting Mapper. So you can, if you have a brand for a particular color you want to add to it, then you can do that, or a font size, you can also do that. Very easy to do. Again, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you how we edit the actionable intelligence. So I just go into custom settings, actionable intelligence, go ahead and manage, click on new, and then now I would change the name to whatever I wanted here. I want to go ahead and change it, so I might call it my information. Change the intelligent tab name. Make sure that when you change the tab, you also change the label that it's associated with. For example, objections now is, and I want to change the label too. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. So what happens now, if I go back into a meeting that I just had, you're going to see the actionable intelligence now has roadblock and roadblocks. I'm going to change this also. So now I can map it to wherever my sales methodology is. Very powerful feature within Meeting Mapper. How, or what we do with the meeting related to case, because Meeting Mapper does work with Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and Service Cloud. So if I've got a meeting linked to a case, for example, I get the standard template. But what it allows us to do is that I can now, from the meeting page, I can add a solution to the case. So for example, during the meeting we come up with a solution, I can add it, and now it will add it to the case. So I say new, I can add it, and then what that's going to do, it's going to update the case. So I'm going to go back in here, go back to my case. Then you can now see that I have two solutions, the one that I just did and the one I did previously. So I can go in there and go through the regular mechanics or the mechanisms that you have with the flow or the workflow that you have when you get a solution, if you make it from draft into the final version. So a Meeting Mapper does work with sales, the support Service Cloud very tightly. The major revisions that we've done a couple others. For example, if you looked at a user, we changed the direction that you add from left to right, from right to left. So that's new. We added an undo button in the political map to be able to go back. So that's some of the features and functions of Meeting Mapper Winter 15. Please give us send us an email at sales@pointintime.com or info@pointintime.com. You can start your trial today from the App Exchange, or you can go to pointintime.com and request a demo. Look forward to talking to you and meeting you. Have a great day. Thanks.